Over the last year, Congressman Jackson has become a great friend of the Alliance, and we are looking forward to working with him in, in this year and many years to come. Congressman Jackson, I proudly thank you for all the work you're doing, and I turn it over to you.
Well, thank you so much. I would like to give a very special thank you to our chairwoman, Lisa Davis. Continued success. We appreciate all that you do. To my friend and brother Eric, you're phenomenal, and I look forward to working even more closely with you. I have some prepared remarks I would like to share, and then I will also give you some additional information. To the Lions to End Hunger, you're on the front end of changing the world. The nonprofits and the for-profit corporations that have joined up to team up to provide food, to have a war on hunger, not a war on the poor. I congratulate you for your civic mindedness and your consciousness. I want to thank Eric for his consistently pleading, pushing, cajoling all of us to do more. It's one of the reasons that I'm on this call with you today. You're very effective, and I want to help enhance and further assist and be a part of your tremendous continued success. But for all of you that have gathered here today, we're at a critical position in our world. I've had the opportunity on foreign affairs, most recently to travel to Israel and to Rwanda. Early in the year, I went to Kenya to see the front ends of climate change, the ending of pastoral communities, because of the double whammy of both the food crisis and climate crisis that's killing people. And had the chance to go to the Indo-Pacific to see Taiwan on the front end of what may be China's aggression, and throughout the Indo-Pacific. I know hunger hurts. Whether you're Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, hunger hurts. We have to make sure that we're filling up the empty space on planet Earth. I'm 57 years of age. When I was born in 1966, the world had 3.5 billion people on Earth. Now, in the year of 2023, we have more than 8 billion people on Earth. We're going to continue to have food challenges. I have the opportunity and honor to be on the Agriculture Committee on dealing with broadband, nutrition, rural development, and also to deal with the crop insurance, and on foreign affairs. I chose those two committees deliberately because they are the same coin, just different sides. There is food insecurity that's now creating, that also has climate change. That's a double whammy. And we're going to see as we have over 350 million people that now have migration issues. People are now living on land that's no longer arable, that they're going to have to find other neighboring countries to move to. We see right here in our domestic areas in California and in Florida, where major insurers have stopped selling insurance because of climate change. We are seeing devastation of areas that were once fertile, that they can no longer feed themselves. This food insecurity is going to make people go across neighboring countries' borders. Right now, we're witnessing something horrific in the Gaza Strait, where people are now being displaced, a million people. They're having water and food and medical issues and conditions. This is going to create instability throughout the region. Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't be together for a more opportune time to fight back and to declare that hunger hurts. And we have the solution, we have the opportunity. One of the great opportunities of being in America is that we understand that we are at the epicenter where we have the food, the technology, and the means by which we can transform the world. I would like to see us go not just on a gunboat diplomacy, but on a food diplomacy. We can eradicate hunger in our lifetime. When we see that 650 million people around the world are facing food insecurity, when we see in the United States of America, children are going to bed hungry, well, let us count the toll of one hungry child. One hungry child can mess up your house. One hungry child can mess up a classroom. One hungry child can mess up your school. One hungry child can mess up your neighborhood. Let us create a defense and an offensive strategy to have food as a diplomacy. Let us make sure that there are no children, are no seniors that are food vulnerable. We can wipe out malnutrition in our lifetime if we have a mind to do so. I'm reminded of our scriptures. Before our good Lord would pray, he would feed the people. When they talk about the scriptures of Jesus having fed the multitudes, if you look at the scriptures carefully, it said he fed 5,000, not including women and children. Not including women and children, which means the number was 2 times as many. Too oftentimes then and now, women and children are not included in these numbers. We're a better nation than this. We're a better nation when we feed all of our hungry. We're a better nation when our seniors are not going to school, are not going to bed, malnourished. We can see the chronic effects of bad diets. In the 1st Congressional District that I have the opportunity to serve in the state of Illinois, 8 out of 10 of our children in the public school system have to rely upon the food service and food assistance. What are we working on here in the Congress? The SNAP is a part of the agricultural bill. This bill is going to have $1.5 trillion, second only to the defense. It's a 5-year bill. And in that bill, after we heard all of these things in the springtime, in May, about the debt ceiling, what was the concession that was made? To raise the work requirement on women between the ages of 49 and 54. This is a group that's already working. I'm fighting hard right now. We will make no concessions on women and nutrition and their food. Children will not be sacrificed at this altar. Women will not be sacrificed at this altar. Seniors will not be sacrificed at this altar in the name of being fiscally responsible. We can raise taxes on those that are most able to pay. The good thing about our country is you only pay taxes if you make money. We should raise the taxes on those that have benefited the most from our great nation. I am excited to be here in the Congress representing the 1st District, and I want to see poverty eradicated. I don't want to see a war on the poor. I want to see the work of Reverend Martin Luther King and so many others continue to make a war on poverty. We can turn this around. Your alliance is strong and it is growing. We've seen during the height of COVID how it unmasked what we already knew, that hunger was a problem. I was at home like many of you and I could see on the television the food line. People were dressed up in nice cars and having to wait to get food right here in America. Now, as we look at the budget going forward and the cutbacks that are happening, our need for food is even greater now than it was in COVID. We have to change it and turn this around. I can't thank you enough for having me as your guest. I look forward to having assignments from you to let me know what else I can do, how I can participate. This is your office. I represent you. I'm honored to serve, and I appreciate the work that you do. I want to thank the private sector, those persons that have put people over profits, those persons that are doing so much more, but they are conscious and civic-minded. Thank you to all the sponsors that have aligned with the Alliance for Hunger. God bless you, and I wish you a happy Thanksgiving and a happy holy season in advance.